Hi, welcome to the LGBTQ review with me, James. This is Beth. We review LGBTQIA+ content. Today we're going to look at Hearts Beat Loud.
How's it going, kiddo? It's jam sesh time.
No.
Come on. When jam sesh time arrives, we have to put aside childish things like homework and med school.
Please don't touch my thing.
It's jam sesh time. I have to close the shop.
I'm sorry, Frank. I held off on raising the rent as long as I could.
I mean, it's time. My girl starts UCLA in the fall. You can't make your heart feel like what?
Just a bunch of words.
I want it that way. They want what? What way?
I'm sorry, are you bringing up the Backstreet Boys?
It's actually a pretty good song.
We don't always get to do what we love, so we need to love what we do.
I never realized that was your secret.
Yep.
You've been trying to start a band with me since I was like 12. We're not a band.
We're not a band. I like it.
I don't want to be in a band. And even if I did, I'm not going to be in one with my dad.
Okay, so it's a 2018 American drama? Is it a comedy drama? Is it funny?
It's like lighthearted. I don't know if you would class it as comedy drama. It's a feel-good film, like a genre. It's like what they would call it, but I don't know.
I think it's a genre, but yeah, it's a feel-good film.
Drama?
Also, is it a musical? Is this music?
There's so much music, yeah. But one song. Does that count if you just play the same song over and over again? And it's
Well,
inside?
it's three songs, isn't it? They're just writing one song, but sure. Written and directed by Brett Haley. He has done lots of independent films. His most well-known one's called The Hero. I don't know, I saw this on Wikipedia and it might not be true, but it says that it was announced last year that he's going to direct the prequel to Grease. It's called Summer Lovin'. ...
Lovely.
I hope that's true. I hope it's like this film and the rest of his films. Like, I hope it's like, it feels like mumblecore and then is completely juxtaposed by the writing. I hope that they somehow managed to do that with Grease. It follows a Brooklyn record store owner as he tries to convince his daughter to start a band. The score is by Keegan DeWitt. He's in a band called Wild Cub.
But it's like a nice addition to the record store owner genre.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's nice to have films like this. It seems like they're going to keep making them as well, so that's good. That we're always going to have films like this.
I like Nick Offerman in this. I like his eye acting. That is most of the emotional weight he has to do for his eyes. That's nice sometimes.
He said he was excited to play an actual human.
That's fair, yeah.
Human emotions.
I was going to say, like, he's like best known for like Parks and Rec. Yeah, he was really good. The whole cast was really good. I was surprised that Ted Danson was in it for such a small kind of nothing role.
Nick Offerman was executive producer. There's an interview with him where somebody asks him to explain what that is, and he's like, it means loads of different things at loads of different times, like some people put money in and whatever. But basically his role as executive producer was to text Ted Danson and get him to be in the movie. And then he bought everybody t-shirts and ice cream, and that was his role. The whole shoot only took 18 days.
Impressively short. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a film that's like, it's not rushed.
Nick Offerman's daughter is played by Kiersey Clement, who is an American actor, singer and producer, and has been in films like Dope and TV, like Easy and Transparent and that sort of thing, which is pretty good.
It was really good. I enjoyed her. I like the the flipped relationship between her and her dad. That's really good. And also like the flipped thing of being like a doctor and a musician, and her wants to be a doctor and not like a musician. That's fun.
I like that too, but then at the end it's confusing because she goes to medical school and then does an open mic. It's weird because it's like saying, no, you should do what you want to do and you want to be a doctor, so go and do that. But whilst you're there also.
Yeah, I think I think they shouldn't have done that. I think having her play the closing night was enough. You didn't need to do that.
Yeah, and Sasha Lane plays her girlfriend. She's in The Miseducation of Cameron Post. And Toni Collette plays the landlord / love interest?
I guess, yeah. That's a weird thing. That didn't really go anywhere or do anything.
I liked it. You'd want to get drunk with Toni Collette though, wouldn't you? I mean, it makes sense in like the world. She's great. She's been in everything ever. Just saying.
I was going to say,
She should have an Oscar. Don't you think she should have an Oscar? I was looking her up the other day and she hasn't got an Oscar. Can you imagine?
I thought she would have won for, what was that film that she did recently? 3 Billboards? Didn't that win an Oscar? Did she not win an Oscar?
That's not Toni Collette. That woman did win an Oscar, but she's not Toni Collette.
Mm.
She's Frances McDermott or something.
Yeah.
Totally different white woman. I mean, Toni Collette is Australian, but anyway, it's not. Toni Collette is in like Muriel's Wedding and The Sixth Sense and Little Miss Sunshine, and you know everything else that's ever been made. Blythe Danner, she's there as well. She plays their mother. She's been in everything too. She's in Tu Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything. That's coming up on our scheduled list soon. And Will and Grace and The X-Files. Literally everything. When people are in loads of really good stuff, it's difficult to like pick 3 to soundbite about. I feel like I always pick the wrong ones.
So you picked Will and Grace, The X-Files.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, she's been in great, like she's a theatre actor and she's been in like actual proper, and yeah, I picked Will and Grace, The X-Files and Tu Wong Fu. And she's Gwynnie Penny's mum. She's pretty good. They're all pretty good.
Yeah, it was a good cast. I liked them all. I didn't think the mum didn't have much to do. What, like 3 scenes? I don't know. It felt like there was going to be something more with that. That never happened.
She's there so you can see how completely unrealistic his dreams are. Because like even if they could go off and be a famous band, who's going to look after her?
But is that a good thing for a character to just be there so another character can't do something? That doesn't make them a good character or an interesting character. It just makes them like a thing, like a reason rather than a person.
She interacts with the daughter as well. She talks about singing.
I don't remember that. Okay.
They're eating soup. She makes a soup, and then they're talking about when she was going bar to bar and trying to get work as a singer. And then someone was like, I don't like your face, but I'll put you on stage and blah, blah, blah.
I do remember that now, yeah. Having the reason that his wife died and then her learning to ride a bike and going on a bike, but then there wasn't anything that came of it or any like conflict or anything. So I don't know why you would need to put it in at all. Like if it's so specific to have her get hit when she was on a bike and then it not to be a bigger deal, it just seems like, well, I don't know why this is in this film.
The guys that make it don't make films to have big deals happen in them. They just make like movies about good people doing their best, and they're like supposed to be quietly happy and fill people with joy. And I think that's a nice, like the learning to ride a bike bit is really nice. And then her telling him that she's learned to ride a bike is really nice.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I didn't fill me with joy knowing about that, but okay.
It's an interesting portrayal of a relationship between Sam and Rose because they know that it's not going to go anywhere, which you don't often see in movies or on TV. Like there's that line, we're not going to get to have this, are we? I think that's quite interesting.
Yeah, I like that. All of their stuff was really good. Like she's like very good at playing instruments and music. But has like no interest in doing it. I wonder at what point do they say? Was she just like...
She doesn't have no interest in doing it, does she? She wants to create stuff just for the sake of creating it. She just doesn't want to be... Like, she doesn't want to be famous and have the music out there and stuff. She's still making it and writing it all the time.
The biggest like conceit is like that just like a random person putting a single track on Spotify would like get really huge in a week, or like not only would someone find it, that then like a record company would not only find it but then come down to his store to talk to him about it.
The whole timeline of it, that all happening in a week is nuts. It's nuts. Of the whole film happening in a week is just like she's leaving in a week for what feels like 2 months. I understand why they made it because I've listened to them talk about it a lot, but I don't really understand who it's for. And I know that it's like for everyone. So I know that. But when I'm watching it, I don't understand who it's for. Because he's the main character.
Yeah.
But then why do they have that? So who do you think it's for?
dads. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Fair. I also think it's for dads, which is fine, and it's a great movie for dads because he's a good dad. Like, and he has faults, but he's a good dad. His daughter's relationship isn't a plot point; it's just a thing that happens, and there's no conflict around it. Fine. Why do they have that extended length kiss scene of the two girls in bed if the movie is for dads? It's so weird. And it feels weird to watch it. And I really like this movie. I'll rate it 3.5 heart necklaces.
I'll rate it 3.7 Hawaiian shirt.
You've been watching the LGBTQ review, and we've been James and Beth. Join us next time for something else.